What's your name?
Tom Canavan.
Tom, what happened, man?
Big boom. Come down the steps, everything fine, so we got to the basement and then everything just fell in. After 10 years, and it seems like yesterday, you know, the physical pain is gone, long gone. The mental pain, that anguish still is every day. You hear certain noises, certain smells, a plane flies over, it comes back. It'll never go away.
I'm a war president. I make decisions here in the Oval Office in foreign policy matters with war on my mind. Nuclear weapon. Nuclear weapon. Nuclear weapon.
Saddam Hussein is determined to get his hands on a nuclear bomb.
He has not developed any significant capability with respect to weapons of mass destruction. He is unable to project conventional power against his neighbors.
Saddam Hussein is determined to get his hands on a nuclear bomb.
During an address from the aircraft carrier USS Lincoln, President Bush declared the war in Iraq a success and said no terrorist network will gain weapons of mass destruction from the Iraqi regime, because it turns out they didn't have any.
I had been notified that a plane had hit the World Trade Center. At first I thought it was a light aircraft. And my reaction was, man, either the weather was bad or something extraordinary happened to the pilot.
Bush was on his way to an elementary school in Florida. When informed of the first plane hitting the World Trade Center, Mr. Bush decided to go ahead with his photo opportunity. When the second plane hit the tower, his chief of staff entered the classroom and told Mr. Bush, the nation is under attack. Not knowing what to do, with no one telling him what to do, and no Secret Service rushing in to take him to safety, Mr. Bush just sat there and continued to read My Pet Goat with the children.
The duck ran down the road and kept running until he found a pond.
Mr. President, we've just received word the planet is under attack by aliens.
Okay.
The duck went back to
Sir, they've already wiped out some of our cities. If nothing is done, they'll kill us all.
I see. Well, I'll handle that in a minute. But right now I need to find out what's happening with the duck.
At some point in time, in the immediate aftermath of the attacks, I thought about why didn't we know this? I knew we needed to figure out what went wrong and so to prevent other attacks, but I didn't want to start the finger pointing and, you know, say to our intelligence communities, you fouled up, you should have caught this, why didn't you know?
Perhaps he just should have read the security briefing that was given to him on August 6, 2001, which said that Osama bin Laden was planning to attack America by hijacking airplanes.
You fouled up, you should have caught this, why didn't you know?
Pancake theory, according to which the fires, while not melting the steel, heated it up sufficiently to cause the floors weakened by the airplane strikes to break loose from the steel columns, and this started a chain reaction.
So you would expect then from that theory, which is the official theory, to see a whole stack of floors piled up on top of each other and then a spindle of core columns standing too.
The core of each of the twin towers consisted of 47 massive steel columns. If the floors had broken loose from them, these columns would have still been sticking up into the air 1,000 feet.
The plane did not cut all those core columns.
We designed the buildings to take the impact of the Boeing 707 hitting the building at any location.
The building probably could sustain multiple impacts of jetliners.
That the plane flew straight into the building?
Flew in, right. Yeah.
So you're saying that the building was actually designed to cope with a hole like that and then still survive?
Yeah, it was.
If you had dropped, say, a billiard ball from the top of the World Trade Center, 110 floors up there, it would have taken 8 to 10 seconds to hit the ground, encountering no resistance whatsoever.
The Twin Towers came down in nearly free fall speed.
There is no scenario for a pancake effect of buildings falling that allows them to fall at the rate of free fall.
Now what can do that? What can move mass out of the way? Explosives.